guys, I'm back. So I'm going to show you guys how to put a double beadlock 14-inch rim in a 32 by 10 with a 14 diameter tire. So these are silverbacks. These are going to be going on my 300 here shortly once I get the gear reduction on. So first, you guys are going to have to get some soapy water and some tire irons. I happen to be very fortunate, and I got a couple of them. So first of all, you guys have to go around, and there's going to be a disc like this. I took the other side off so I could show you guys what I was talking about. So all these ones are all screwed in. You can get an impact or a ratchet, and you got to unscrew all these little ones. Once you unscrew all the little ones, the piece comes off. So all you guys got to do is just put your little impact on it, just screw it off, and then put it aside. So as you guys see, you just make sure you don't lose the washers though, because then you're going to be a little screwed. So you're going to take off every single one of your bolts. They just look like this. They are a 13 millimeter. This is your plate. So, like I was saying before my storage went out, once you take all these little bolts out, you got a ring. Take the ring out, set the ring aside. Now you can't really mess up on them because this side has a lip, so the lip always goes down. The ITP logo is going to go up. So, you guys, I do a t-shirt, some people do different things, but you get your soapy water bucket, you put it around it, and you just kind of moist the whole edge of this. Get the whole thing wet. It don't really matter if it goes on the floor or inside the tire, because it's not that much water, you know? So you get your rim. I do it a different way. My buddy does it his way, so I'll show you all both ways. I just try and put it in and work it. My buddy grabs it and kind of like slices it in to get a nice little start. Then you get your tire irons. You get your tire irons, and you see how there's a bead right here, how this side's inside the tire. See how this is out of the tire? You want to just kind of go around this and just work it in. See how it goes? So you use this side of it down. So it goes in, you kind of angle it a little sideways, push down on it, and then you push the rim down. See how it goes further down? You can go to the other side, pick up on it a little bit, if it lets you. And then you just kind of sit here and just work the whole entire thing in. Leave that one in there. So what I did right there was it was barely hanging on, so I just put some of my momentum and my weight in it, jumped up and down, and it slipped right in. Now, since these are beadlocks, you don't necessarily have a bead that you have to be popping onto the tire. So what you do is you get it again, put some more water on it, go around the whole outside of it again. And I like to use these longer ones. You get a little bit more momentum and pull on it. So use this. So my storage got full again. So we're using my girlfriend's phone. So I use the longer tire irons on this. Some people like the shorter ones. I personally like these off Amazon. My girlfriend's mom got them for my birthday. They were like 20 or 30 bucks. So you use the longer one. It's got that little, I don't even know what you call that, a little lip going down. So you get it, pick up the rim a little bit, and you get it in it. And you just kind of flip it over. So you push down on it a little bit, flip it over. And then you grab your other ones, you lip down, and you just go a little bit next to it, and you flip it. You hear how it went? That means you're going inside of the tire. So you go to the next one. You flip it over again. Do not try to go close to this valve stem. It's It's not very good for it. You can puncture the valve stem, and then you're going to be screwed. So then you go some more. See how these loosened up? Because most of the rim is already in it. So you can pull these out. Sometimes I pull them out, sometimes I don't. But you want to go close. If you go all the way over here, you're going to be yanking and yanking and yanking, and it's a pain. It's easier to just slowly work the tire over and over, just very slowly. I mean, I'm going maybe 2 or 3 inches off the rim and pushing down, taking it out. See how more of this side's in and more of this side's out, so you can skip a little bit of it. Just like that, it went in it. Now, set these back aside, and you gotta get this rim to kind of sit in the middle of the tire. So, to get this rim kind of sitting in the middle of the tire, that's kind of the harder part. But you get it something like that, just a little bit. It doesn't have to be nothing perfect. You get your sheets, put them on, and you align them. Now, directions say 4 to 6 foot-pounds, I believe, and then you tighten them all down. Then you go over it with 10 to 12. I just hit it with an impact. I did those other 2 with impact. I will go over them once I'm done setting all these up. I will go over them with a torque wrench and torque them probably to 12. Every single one, I'll just go in a circle. Just to be extra precautious, you know. But the reason why most people run deadlocks are because the tire will debead while you're in the mud. And if you debead off your rim's spinning and your tire's not, and then you're screwed. So you're just gonna get these, slowly go around and putting them in. Sometimes they'll catch, other times not so much, but that's just because the rim's pushed in here so far. But for right now, we're going to start on the other side because this side is pushed in a little too far. So all you're going to do is flip this rim over, spin it around, and then drop it down on the other side. You see how this side's sticking out? That would have been a pain if you didn't realize that, if you're just starting. So just kind of work it out a little bit over again. See how this side's more in than more out? Just kind of bang on the back of it. Pause it. So once you guys kind of get this a little bit aligned, as you can see, you don't really have to put no more water on it because you got your rim in it. So now you get your cylinder, or your outside piece, the lip inside. So you put it on it like that. You want to try and line up the holes a little bit. Then you put this in it, tighten it down just a little bit, and then you go around the whole entire thing, tightening it all down. This part takes a little while. Make sure when you're doing this, you have the washer back on it, because you don't want to have to take it all back off because you forgot to put a washer on one of them. So now, once y'all have all that done, I go ahead and I grab the impact, and I put the impact on mode 1, because it has 3 modes, and you damn sure don't need mode 3 when you're trying to do this. So just kind of put it on it, tighten it down a little bit, and you go across it, just like you would with a tire on your car. So then you go over here, and then you go over here. So what I did was I made a T so that it's all going to sit balanced. Then you go to the middle one over here, go to the middle one over here, you can go to the middle one over here, and then you can go back to the middle one that's over here. Then you go over here, back over here, over here, over here. It doesn't have to be this exact format, but you gotta at least start it off with a T and go from there, just so that this thing stays a little flush. So I just hit it with stage 1 for now. You flip it back over, spin it back around. See how this side's flush, unlike how before it was all cockeyed. That's why I started with the other side. The water on here doesn't matter. put it back on it, line it back up with the holes, and then you just do it all over again. So this part is a little time consuming, but it's better to do this than have it debeat in the water and then you're going to be screwed. And last thing you want is water inside these wheels while you're driving, because then that just sucks. It makes noise. Before there were rocks in these when I bought them off Marketplace, and I thought they were the balancing beads, and it turned out it was little chips of mud because they must have debeated and then re-grabbed in the mud. It's just one of those things that are annoying that you no longer have to really take on anymore. So once you have all these screwed down just a little bit, you do the same repeated process again. You go to the top, go to the bottom, go to the side, go to the other side, and then you do the third one. Third one, third one, third one, third one, and then you just kind of make your own little pattern here. The goal is to stay on the opposite side, but sometimes it doesn't end up to work out that well. This one was actually better than the other side. This side should be sitting a little more flat. So once you do all that, your rim's basically done. I mean, you can go back over it, put it on it too, and you'll be fine, but that's pretty much all you got to do. Now, you will have some pieces that are loose, like here, because this was my starting bolt, so was this one. But you should be fine. Just go around with your torque wrench, put it on 12 foot-pounds, and then tighten down every single one of these. You can do the pattern again. Those ones I won't, but this one I'll probably end up doing the pattern just so I don't have to use the impact twice.